Yes. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon from wherever you are watching. Again, here is your boy, Uncle D, and I hope you are doing fine wherever you are. I hope. Tell me, how about the weather? How is the experience from whichever place you are watching? Chat with me in the comment section, and let's do it, bro. Let's do it. It's possible. Uh, Again, today we have a number of things to see, to discuss, and to learn. But then sometimes uh, we don't get enough time to do that, and therefore sometimes we have to talk as we make our ways out, as we walk, take a walk. Hello. Uh, Sometimes things do happen, and we fail to understand the reason as to why they do happen in a similar manner or a manner that they did happen. Uh, One thing is, everything that has got its beginning, sometimes they have an end, and everything that begins, sometimes also there's a reason as to why. Others end prematurely, that is before the setup goal is over or been accomplished, or others just do like the people just decide to end it all. Well, it's quite hectic and sometimes very embarrassing. But we have to believe and continue working in everything that we had already begun. Sometimes it's not easy, but then we have to do with whichever is possible, whichever way to finish it or just to end it in that manner. My good people, have you ever sat yourself down and asked yourself reasons why probably you were brought into this world? Because I know and I think each and every one of us has a purpose, and this purpose can only be seen whenever the focus is made. Because most of our failures, I usually tells you, like, are being done. Our peers, the group, the niche that we are in, sometimes make it difficult for us to thrive whenever we want to, or then they cut everything short or make things appear like, oh man, that was not possible. So you live in fear all the time. That makes things not really look good or work good, and then you end up losing the morale to continue working it out. Well, hello, that is good. Zayashon. It's quite good to have people who builds you, and don't doubt anything. Sometimes some things must end for others to set foot in, and irrespective of what or where this does happen. So you don't have to doubt everything, and sometimes you have just to take it the way they come, because life is a catastrophe. Life cannot be understood at some time. And every time you see a problem or a challenge, be very sure that that's the only way to learn. Other, Others have to go through problem to learn a thing, or teach themselves something. So I think this is the best thing ever that we need to. Hello. Uh, and therefore, things have just to take roots and things have just to work out sometimes. If it is hard to, then you have to deal with it. But I hope with everything that we've been learning and we've been going through, if you've been my subscriber here at the channel here, I hope you've been learning a lot. And this is the only way uh, where we can educate ourselves and help ourselves learn difficult topics that we can't learn when things aren't good or when our people uh, can't help us learn it into deeper sight or discuss about it. So never worry about what happens. Never worry about what's going on. You should be looking for the way out, if at all there is. And if there isn't, then you should contact your peers, uh, especially those you've trusted with information that can really, those who you know can help you out. So that is why we always run for friends. That is why we always make things look like the way they are. But sometimes when they are too much harder for us, then we look for a way to solve and help ourselves out. It is life. Challenges after challenge, challenge after challenge, and we have to bear with it. We've been brought up into the world, and then we have to check and learn the tactics of survival. So don't forget, whenever you are going through a hard time, what you only need to share it with the appropriate person, because there are a lot of people who have gone through it and they have recovered. There are a number of people who are still going through it. So the only best way to shed out the problem is to discuss it out with your people or somebody who you see is capable of helping you or bailing you out. And therefore, don't worry. Everything that begins has to end. And there's a reason why things do start. There's a reason why everything begins in our life. There's a reason why you are who you are today. Because if you could not have been you today, perhaps things could not have really worked for maybe for a purpose. So the purpose that is meant for, ensure that you check onto it and then build from there. It's not a sickness when you fall down. It's not a sickness when things aren't working your way. It is a period you have to restructure yourself and then learn much better and then pick up on the positive vibes and things will really work for you. Uh, so everything has to happen. Sometimes we get the worst, sometimes we get the fair ones, but don't worry, you have a purpose. So ensure the purpose and the set goals are fulfilled in whichever way, in whatever direction, and however hard they might look like or seems to be happening. So, guys, that is why sometimes things has to happen. They are just lessons we have to learn. Sometimes the hard way, but we have to pick ourselves up and carry ourselves for the rest of the day. And remember, when something happens as well, there are things that we have to learn to do without. Because if that is the only way to survive, or that is the only way to make things out, then sometimes we have to learn to do with certain things without them, without certain things, so as to make ourselves be uh, unfit to the set goals that we have set for ourselves. Mm, Another thing is that keep on, keep on with your pace. You know, if your pace is slower, if it is done repeatedly, an achievement must be made. So whatever you're doing, just keep on doing it. That is where your prosperity lies. You never know. You might do it, fall on the first goal, fall on the second time. You might even fall on the third and even the fifth time, but it will pick even on the seventh time. So never lose hope with whatever you're doing. Things are really tough, but sometimes the tougher get going. So, guys, that is what I had to share for you with today, and I hope this video finds you well and this video motivates you to do something. Uh, Let me know what you think in the comment section, and let's chat, let's talk, let's build the channel together. Until we meet next time, I say bye bye.